Welcome to Laser's Education Outreach Series. I'm Allison Vince and our topic for discussion is purchases of service. In this video, you will learn about opportunities to purchase service credit and the potential benefits of making such a decision. Let's begin by answering the question, what is service credit? Service credit is earned for time that you work in a Laser's eligible position and make contributions to the system. So once you're enrolled as a member of Laser's, you pay employee contributions to the retirement system and earn or accrue service credit. At some point in your career, you may wish to consider purchasing additional service credit. So why would you consider this option? Well, purchases of service credit can be used in two different ways. It can be used to increase your computation of retirement benefits, known as benefit service credit, or to change your retirement eligibility, known as eligibility service credit. Depending on your situation, your eligibility service credit may be different from your benefit service credit. Either way, a purchase can be beneficial, so you may wish to examine your options. In the Purchases of Service Credit chapter in the Member's Guide to Retirement, you will find various examples of what will qualify as an additional purchase of service credit. In this video, we will discuss some common instances where you may be able to purchase additional service credit. Our first example is probably one of the most popular, airtime. If you have at least 5 years of service credit in Lasers, you may purchase up to 5 years of airtime in 1 year increments. Airtime can be used to increase your retirement benefits or change your retirement eligibility. Let's take a look at how airtime works.
Can you explain to me how purchasing airtime can impact my retirement?
Sure, it can impact your retirement in two ways. It can increase your benefit computation years only, or it can increase your eligibility and benefit computation years.
So I'm 62 years old and I have 22 years of service. I would benefit from purchasing the computation of benefits only.
That's correct. Since you're eligible to retire, you can benefit from increasing your benefit computation only.
Well, that sounds like it would be good for me. How can I apply for this purchase?
In order to purchase airtime, Form 2-07 Application for Purchase of Service must be submitted along with a non-refundable actuarial calculation fee made payable to Lasers. The fee may be paid by personal check, cashier's check, certified check, or money order. Once all necessary documents and the actuarial calculation fee are received, Lasers will forward the information to our actuary for calculation. You will then be sent an invoice from Lasers showing the cost to purchase the service credit. When you receive the invoice, you are under no obligation to complete the purchase. If the invoice expires, you must reapply and pay an additional calculation fee. All payments for purchases of service must be made in a lump sum. Personal checks, cashier's checks, certified checks, and money orders are accepted. Another option for payment is a rollover from a qualified plan. Using a rollover is a great way to buy service credit, especially when a lump sum purchase can be costly. This member took advantage of the rollover option to purchase his service credit.
I was looking for ways to maximize my retirement benefit and checked into buying airtime. After getting my invoice, I decided to buy 5 years, but it was really expensive. But luckily, I'd been paying into the Louisiana Deferred Compensation Plan and had built up a good balance. Deferred Comp is a qualified plan, so I was able to roll part of that money out and purchase the 5 years of airtime. It definitely made it easier on my wallet, and it will increase my retirement benefit when I retire.
In the case of a rollover, Form 2-13, Lasers Acceptance Letter of Rollover of Assets must be submitted to Lasers. A copy of your invoice should accompany your payment. No service credit will be granted until the total payment is received, which could include employer contributions on some types of purchases. You may not purchase credit for any period for which you already have Lasers service credit, and no more than 1 year of Lasers credit may be obtained for any one calendar or fiscal year. Please note that if you purchase airtime for retirement eligibility after July 1, 2011, and use that time to retire earlier than you would otherwise be eligible, you must pay the increase in your employer's share of your health insurance premium until you reach the age at which you would have reached regular retirement eligibility without the airtime. 20 years at any age is considered regular retirement. Check the Member's Guide to Retirement for additional details about health insurance increases. Members often have questions about the value of purchasing service. Here's a common one.
I have been weighing the cost of purchasing 5 years of airtime against what kind of return I would get on that investment. Can you show me the numbers so I can make the best decision for my future retirement?
Let's take a look at what Gail's return on investment would be. Gail is planning to retire at age 60. She would have 21.9 service years and her final average compensation would be $3,341. Based on selecting the maximum option plan, her monthly retirement benefit would be $1,829. Now let's examine the numbers with Gail's purchase of 5 years of airtime. Her service years would increase to 26.9 and her final average compensation would remain the same. But her monthly retirement benefit would increase to $2,247, which would be $418 more each month. Keep in mind that the monthly benefit is for life. The increase per month is significant in Gail's case. Over a 5-year period, the additional monthly benefit equals more than $25,000. At 10 years, the number jumps to over $50,000. At 15 years, the additional $418 per month totals over $75,000. This return on investment should be compared to the cost of purchasing the airtime. Another situation where service can be purchased involves repayment of refunded service. It works like this. If you were a Lasers member, left state service, and took a refund of your accumulated contributions, then returned to state service, you may have the option to buy back your refunded service. Let's take a look.
I returned to state service a few years ago and I'm interested in buying time that I refunded from a previous employment. What do I need to do?
You must return to state service and have at least 18 months of unrefunded service credit with Lasers to be eligible.
I returned to state service about 5 years ago, so that should make me eligible. How much is that going to cost me?
You must repay the refunded contributions plus interest compounded annually.
That sounds expensive. Can I make monthly installments?
Lasers refunds cannot be paid in installments. Payments must be received in a lump sum. However, you can purchase the time on a year-to-year basis, beginning with your last year of employment.
Well, that does make it easier. Thank you for explaining.
You may repay a refund at any time prior to the date of your retirement. The calculation will be done at no cost to you for up to 3 invoices within a 12-month period.
You may also calculate an estimate of your repayment amount by using our online calculator located under the My Lasers section of our website.
To apply to repay a refund, you must submit Form 2-11, Application for a Repayment of Refunded Service. Most importantly, if you are considering the purchase of service credit, you should apply at least 6 months in advance of applying for retirement. I hope the information we have provided has been helpful. Purchasing service credit can be a great option to increase your Lasers retirement benefits. Please review the service credit and purchases of service credit chapters in the Member's Guide to Retirement for more details. You may also contact Member Services toll-free at 800-256-3000 or in Baton Rouge at 225-922-0600 for any questions. Thank you.